Now I'll give credit where credit is due. Brock Lesnar, you are one tough SOB, I'll accept that. You got lucky this past week on NLW. Me and Sean had you right where we wanted you. But Lesnar, I don't want to wait until the Elimination Chamber at Unchained. I want a piece of your ass tonight. And since you claim to be king of the Octagon as a fellow UFC fighter, I too know what it's like to step into that kind of environment, and that is why Brock Lesnar tonight, I am not asking for a match, I am asking for an MMA fight inside the Lion's Den. I've only ever lost one professional fight in my entire career. That's more than you can say, Brock. Good luck tonight, man. You're gonna need it. King of the Octagon right here. And Brock, he'll be suffering heartbreak tonight. Haha! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metal, and yes, it's been officialized. For some reason, CM Punk had the nerve to challenge Brock Lesnar to an MMA Lion's Den matchup, and I guess it's going to happen tonight. Only the second time ever in NLW history that we're seeing a Lion's Den matchup, and it's happening in our main event tonight, Lesnar versus Punk. And what on earth was Punk thinking earlier tonight when he challenged Brock Lesnar to this fight? Brock Lesnar is a former UFC heavyweight champion, and that's more than I can say about CM Punk. I'm sure Mickey Gall's going to be quaking in his boots when he sees him tonight. At least that's what CM Punk's going to think. Anyway, that's ridiculous enough, but we'll get to that later. Those two men will be competing inside the Elimination Chamber at Unchained for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I still cannot wait for that event. The man set to defend his World Championship in that matchup is our current World Champion, AJ Styles. Now, this past week on NLW, he had an unlucky run up against the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar when he lost to him in a one-on-one matchup. Obviously, it was after that matchup that CM Punk and Shawn Michaels, the new alliance, tried to take down Lesnar, but to no avail. We'll see how that plays out tonight. Nevertheless, AJ Styles was looking to bounce back from recent losses to both Drew Galloway and Brock Lesnar by going one-on-one with another man inside that Elimination Chamber at Unchained in the form of the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy. This past week, Jeff Hardy suffered at the hands of CM Punk and Shawn Michaels when he lost a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. He too is trying to avenge a loss. But the question remains, who's going to get the advantage heading into the Elimination Chamber at Unchained? Will it be Styles or will it be Hardy? We join this matchup in progress. We know that momentum is crucial heading into that chamber, and Jeff Hardy scouted that leapfrog and delivers a massive leg drop to the groinal area, I guess. I guess the referee's not going to call for a low blow on that one, but AJ is stunned for the moment. Runs off the ropes and into a Pele. Now AJ back in control, going for the whip again, but Hardy scouts it. Jumps up into the whisper in the wind. Is Jeff Hardy going to add more baggage to the blip and momentum that Styles has been suffering? He's going to look for that twist of fate, but pushed away off the ropes. Catches the super kick and twists into the twist of fate. First Drew Galloway beats him, then Brock Lesnar. Is Hardy going to beat AJ as well? It would be great for him, be catastrophic for AJ. Maybe going for the Swanton on the top, but dragged away. Swanton stop, maybe the Styles clash, no. Here's a roll through, but AJ kicks out. Hardy almost had him that time. Oh, but a kick by AJ again. And now he's got him up there. And the Styles clash to Jeff Hardy. And the world champion finally picks up a victory. It's been a rocky couple of weeks since Hell in a Cell. And Jeff Hardy is clearly not happy with that result. Very frustrated. He felt his time was now. However, AJ Styles, the wily champion, picks up a crucial victory heading into that huge Elimination Chamber matchup soon. AJ Styles edging out the win in a hard-fought contest, but Jeff Hardy still visibly frustrated at the string of recent losses. Is he going to be able to turn it around in time for the Elimination Chamber at Unchained. We will see. Nevertheless, let's move on to another matchup that's happening at Unchained, that being the Fatal 4-Way Elimination Tag Team matchup for the NLW Tag Team titles. Two of the teams in that matchup, of course, the champions RVD and Raven, and also the Lucha Dragons. We've seen on this very program in recent weeks how Hernandez has been edged out of the picture, whether it's through his fault of his own or out of his control, but still Hernandez is visibly frustrated as well at the fact that he's being edged out of the Lucha Dragons. Rather than try and help his friends, he's been ditching them to fend for themselves. As we witnessed this past week, it was a matchup between Kalisto and Rob Van Dam, two high flyers, two exciting athletes, but also two tag team specialists, so it was interesting to see how this dynamic was going to play out. RVD, obviously the experienced one, got the win over Kalisto. However, Hernandez was very unhappy with this and so provided no help whatsoever, left him to fend for himself, and the tension is still building within the Lucha Dragons. Can they bring it together before Unchained? And then of course there's the other side of the spectrum. The other two teams in that tag title matchup, the Outsiders and the Young Bucks, they got involved in the matchup this past week, which saw the Lucha Dragons pick up a victory over Rob Van Dam and Raven, the champions, thanks to interference from the Bucks and the Outsiders. Young Buck Matt Jackson intended to superkick Nash, but instead superkicked Rob Van Dam, and that led to Kalisto picking up the victory. That's why we had that matchup just now, but let's witness them get out their animosities in tag team action. It is the Outsiders versus the Young Bucks, and this is how it played out. He's got him in that powerbomb position. Go for the buckle bomb and the kick combo. Razor Ramon in trouble in the ring, but Nash on the outside to take out Matt, and moves out of the way of that one. Scott Hall had it well scouted, and Razor with that boot right to the side of the face, and meanwhile Matt gets out of that one and delivers a DDT to Kevin Nash. But Razor Ramon maybe put it away. Oh my! Well, he was looking for that Razor's edge, but Matt's back up and the Meltzer driver. Razor Ramon down, and the Young Bucks get revenge after they attacked the Outsiders this past week. Well, the Outsiders are apparently going to pay for what they did on episode 45 and also on Metal last week. The Young Bucks, the former NLW Tag Team Champions, ensuring that the Outsiders do not win this one, and they are on a roll heading into Unchained.
There's only so much the human body can endure before a fighter must reach their breaking point. For some, that breaking point doesn't exist. When you unleash that beast, that fit of rage inside you that makes you forget all your senses, all your surroundings, and go full throttle at the person standing in your way. Once that caged beast is unleashed, it's near impossible to stop them. Hooks, chains, steel, it isn't enough to contain this kind of ferocity. These fighters, when unchained, go in for the kill. No Limits Wrestling presents Unchained live on pay-per-view.
Pentagon Jr. surprisingly on the back foot here against The Miz, and The Miz going to try and capitalise on it now. Goes after him, but that lung blow by Pentagon. And The Miz is gasping for air now, and he's left writhing on the mat, and well, this may be his only hope. Maria going to try and distract the referee on the apron there. Pentagon doesn't seem too phased and moves out. Oh my goodness! Oh my God! Oh Jesus, is she okay? Well, Pentagon not concerned with that at the moment. The package pile driver, and Pentagon Jr. defeats The Miz. Well, Pentagon is your winner, and The Miz is licking his wounds, but I want to know how Maria is. I mean, Miz came out of full force, accident or not, and The Miz better go check on her. After all, she is his client, and Pentagon, oh my God, oh come on. And The Miz running away, not even going to bother to help Maria because he's scared of Pentagon, and Pentagon Jr. still dominant. Pentagon Jr. continues to be a dominant force in this company, but man, what about The Miz? What a coward to leave Maria on her own after she got knocked off the apron, clearly hurt, but her manager nowhere to be seen. Now let's move on to a more heated feud, that being the one between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. This best of 5 series has continued, and after last week, they are now one apiece. Balor hooked in the Dragon Sleeper on Seth Rollins, forced him to submit in that submission matchup, and now they're tied 1-1. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the commissioner, announced that match number 3 would take place right here tonight on Metal, and it would be no disqualifications. You can see that Balor is still intense. You remember this past week, that Dragon Sleeper that he locked in and nearly choked out Rollins unconscious. And right now, it's right out the starting block with this no disqualification stipulation. What do you suppose Balor's going to do when there's no restrictions whatsoever? He's looking to fly already. Goes over, but lands on his feet. And instead hooks the leg, and Rollins sweeps the leg out from under Balor and now throws him into that stage there. Oh my, and now he's got him. Oh no! What a buckle powerbomb right into that barricade. And that's broken many arms in the past. And Balor may be down for now. Balor still suffering the effects of that barricade. Oh my goodness. That barricade powerbomb, and now Seth Rollins with that kendo stick shot whipping Balor's skin. And what do you suppose he's doing now? He's got a chair there, and I think he's gonna... Well, I'm right. He's wedging it in between that top and middle rope. And maybe gonna drive Balor into it, but Balor has it scouted. Seth Rollins face first into that chair. And now that sling blade by Balor. And this may be the opportunity that Balor needs after all. A win here tonight. Only one more win then, and you're Intercontinental Champion. And Balor on the top rope now, but there's that kendo stick shot. Balor looking for that coup de grace maybe. Oh, but instead gets DDT'd right on the top of his skull. And Rollins in control for this matchup. Balor still holding his head. He may have broken his neck there. Well, Balor is writhing on the floor, and Rollins going in for the kill. He's brought out a table as well, but at the moment maybe looking to put it away here already. But Balor moves out of the way of that frog splash. Rollins, nobody was home for that one. And Balor with these steel chair shots to the back of the head. Finn Balor is not just demon face paint. There is a vicious mean streak within this man. And it shows whenever he's facing Seth Rollins in particular. He's still, oh my. Well, going for that pedigree, but the bridge hooks the legs and the arms, but that bridge didn't work. Rollins kicked out. And now Balor, oh my, collapses him on that steel chair. Rollins has not forgotten, I should say Balor's not forgotten what Rollins did to him, costing him that world title last week on Mel. And now he's on the apron going for a springboard move, but caught out by Rollins. And that powerbomb through the table. That buckle bomb through the table. And Balor in a stunned state now. Oh my goodness, his head locked in that chair. Oh, good God. Good God, that curb stomp through that chair. And Seth Rollins is 2-1 up in the best of 5 series for this Intercontinental Championship. Balor literally caved in his head on that curb stomp. And Seth Rollins, a vicious man. No doubt about it, Seth Rollins in the lead now. Hi, I'm Tyson Kidd. Let me smarten you up. Bret Hart said nobody can pull off the sharpshooter like Tyson Kidd. Fact. Tyson Kidd Street in Indiana was taken down because nobody's stupid enough to cross Tyson Kidd. Fact. The amount of gold I've won in my career equates to the amount that Luxembourg brings in exports. Fact. NOW fans, it's a fact. You're gonna have to get ready for Tyson. Face the facts. Tyson Kidd's coming. NLW Metal has been the proving ground for many wrestlers trying to make it here in No Limits Wrestling. One of those wrestlers is Wade Barrett. We have seen over the past number of weeks him batter and bruise opponents such as Finlay. This week, the man to suffer was Scotty 2 Hotty. Truth be told, he didn't stand a chance against Wade Barrett. This brawler battered him from the get-go, unleashing a devastating wasteland and then an even more brutal elbow, the ball hammer connecting right on the side of the head and Wade Barrett picking up another victory. However, it hasn't all been roses for Wade Barrett. He's PO'd a couple of people as well. One of them you're about to hear from now. Now you listen here, you pathetic little toe rag. Finlay is my tag team partner, and when you mess with him, you mess with me. And trust me, sunshine, you do not mess with William Regal, do you hear me? You can elbow people, you can batter people, but until you've beaten me, don't even talk to me about bare knuckle fighting. Sunshine, who do you think paved the way for people like you? If it wasn't for me, and what I've done throughout my career, you wouldn't even have a bloody job, sunshine. Wade, if you've got any guts, how about you have a shot at me? I'll be waiting.
What you see before you is the true self of who I am, risen again from the fires of hell, and to spread torture and fear upon the NLW roster. As I rose from the grave for the second time, I saw Bray and his brood, and they took me in, for I was lost, burnt out, and with nowhere to go. And I blame that all on you! I was once respected, loved, and appreciated in NLW. But then something happened. I was turned on, shown to be unappreciated by all of you. First off, with management, who used me to make me weak. And next came you, the fans that I thought to stuck beside me ever since I came here, turned away as if I was not worth seeing anymore, as if I was no longer a monster that you saw strike fear upon those that came my way and saw me as a man who had humanity, which I never showed. And most of all, my brother, the Undertaker, who left me behind when I returned at the Royal Rumble to try and help him. But that didn't happen. For the Undertaker committed a sin for leaving me and betraying not just me, but himself, and became one of you. Then the now deceased NWO took advantage of me at my lowest, and once again I was buried alive. But now I've rose once more, and I will never make that mistake again. No one has ever understood and will never understand my pain. The only person who does know what I'm going through and seeing things as they truly are in this world that's rejected me from society is Bray Wyatt. Even though I do not like Bray, I do, however, like the passion of what he does to inflict suffering upon others, and that is even greater. He is what I need to get back into what I do, and soon enough, I will once again reclaim my place into dominating NLW, and then you people will finally become feared of me and will once and for all know why I am and always will be the Big Red Machine. Follow the buzzards or burn in hell.
The way that Bray Wyatt is able to manipulate people like Kane who feel they've been left behind. It's that cult mentality that's been on display in the rise of Bray Wyatt here in this company. And how is that going to affect psyche of Austin Aries heading into Unchained? Bearing in mind a brand new matchup has been announced for that event regarding that entire situation, but we'll get to that in a moment. First of all, let's recap the card for Unchained thus far. One of the huge matches taking place is the elimination matchup for the NLW Tag Team titles. The Bucks, the Outsiders, the Lucha Dragons, and Rob Van Dam and Raven squaring off for the Tag Team Gold. And as I was saying, Bray Wyatt has captured Kane into his family, and it has been announced that Austin Aries will go one-on-one with Bray Wyatt at Unchained. We don't know if the family is going to be allowed at ringside, but we will see when we get to that event. And also, The Undertaker and Biggie Langston, these two were brawling all over the building this past week, but at Unchained, it's non-title for the moment. The folks at upper headquarters don't want to make it a hardcore title matchup. They're scared it's going to get too extreme, but this one, I guess they're happy with, because it's Extreme Rules for the women's title. Trish Stratus, I know for a fact, insisted that this was Extreme Rules. She puts the title on the line against Charlotte at Unchained. And also, can Batista become the first man ever to defeat Kurt Angle in No Limits Wrestling? Several wrestlers in the past have failed to do so, but is Angle going to allow up now, or is he just getting better and better? We will see. And the Commissioner is back in charge, but he is also back in action. He is going to have to compete in a match against his mortal enemy, Dean Ambrose, and that's not all. There's no escape because it's a strap match. And speaking of no escape, it is the main event for the World Championship. Elimination Chamber, Drew Galloway, Jeff Hardy, Brock Lesnar, Shawn Michaels, CM Punk, and the champion AJ Styles are going to battle it out for that coveted prize, that NLW World Heavyweight Championship. And two of the men in that matchup going to be competing up right now. It's a Lion's Den matchup. I still can't believe that CM Punk challenged Brock Lesnar to this matchup, but it's going to take place inside a cage, and then an MMA shoot fight style challenge between Lesnar and Punk. Let's see how this one plays out. It's our main event of Metal, and Lesnar sees that CM Punk has brought Shawn Michaels to ringside. I have no idea why CM Punk had the gall, no pun intended, to take on Lesnar, but at the moment he's paying for it. And this may last longer, or maybe I should say it may last shorter than 2 minutes and 14 seconds. But at the moment Lesnar just looking to ground and pound on CM Punk. And now he's got a Kimura lock locked in and releases the hold. And CM Punk, oh my god, look at that. That was a swing of desperation that time, and that German suplex, I think the back of his head may have actually hit the cage. And CM Punk, I don't know what he's been taking. Well, he's obviously straight edge, so he's obviously not on any kind of medication. But if he was, that would explain a lot. Why would you challenge Lesnar to a matchup like this? Even Shawn Michaels is at ringside, clasping his head, and CM Punk thrown across the ring. Well, it was this past week that Lesnar was attacked by CM Punk and Shawn Michaels. Obviously, it was unsuccessful, and look at that. Lesnar going for that bicycle kick, and just like that, CM Punk taking advantage. Kicks to him while he's hung up in that cage. And CM Punk desperately trying to get some sort of offense in. And now stunning the Beast. There's that running knee and the Bulldog combo. And there may be hope for CM Punk left in this main event matchup. It's a Lion's Den matchup, and I think he senses it's time to go to sleep maybe. But no, Lesnar once again with that huge clothesline that decked him this past week at the end of episode 46. But well, you can see now CM Punk in trouble, but moves out of the way of that one. Lesnar dives at the cage, and now Brock Lesnar, he's in that Anaconda Vice at least. CM Punk's trying to hook it in, trying to knock out the Beast, and Michaels directing traffic on the outside. And Lesnar has a firm grasp and the belly-to-belly throw right across the cage. And this former UFC heavyweight champion taking out a man who, well, let's face it, was unsuccessful in his UFC debut. But the F5 in the centre of the cage, and Shawn Michaels shaking the cage, trying to get in. But now the Kimura lock He's on CM Punk, and it's only a matter of time before he wait a minute. And what the hell? Shawn Michaels climbing the cage. Oh my god! That steel chair to the back of the skull, and I think that may have knocked out Lesnar. And yeah, it did. Oh, and don't tell me it's gonna. I guess. Oh damn it! I guess this was the plan all along. Of course CM Punk wasn't looking for a competitive matchup. How stupid of me, how naive. Of course he planned this from the very beginning, that Shawn Michaels would come in with a steel chair and knock out the Beast. I don't think in any normal circumstances that Lesnar would have been knocked out by that, but it's the fact he didn't see it coming. That's what did him in. And Lesnar's just come to, he's just realised what happened. And then CM Punk faking that Anaconda Vice, as if it was him that knocked out the Beast. And now Lesnar is more PO'd than ever.